बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उम्मीद है कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे और अपने काम पे तवज्जो आप दे रहे होंगे और स्टडी की तरफ भी तवज्जो दे रहे होंगे। इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर, डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड वेरियस टॉपिक्स like long-term debt paying ability of the business, and we have discussed income statement consideration when determining long-term debt paying ability, and we have discussed in detail times interest earned and fixed charge coverage. Dear students, today we will discuss various topics. First of all, we will solve the various problems related to last lecture. Then we will discuss the balance sheet considerations when determining long-term debt paying ability, debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, debt to tangible net worth ratio, and we will discuss other long-term debt paying ability ratios, special items that influence a firm long-term debt paying ability, and long-term assets versus long-term debts, long-term leases. Then we will discuss pension plans, post-retirement benefits other than pensions. And we will start the lecture with some practical problems that are related to the previous lecture. First of all, we will read out the question. Keep in touch with me and focus on the slides and discussion. First exercise is, consider the following operations figures. Net sales is given, that is 1079143 of the company. Then cost and deductions are given. First cost is given, cost of sales is $7,92,755. Then selling and administration expenses are given, $264,566, and interest expense net is given 4311, and income tax is given $5059. Dear students, note, you can see on note, depreciation expense totals 40,000. ये depreciation है. What are the requirements? First requirement is compute the time interest earned. तो हम one by one इसको calculate करेंगे. First of all, we will calculate the times interest earned. मेरे साथ रहिएगा. Computation of time interest earned is equal to, formula will be the recurring earnings. इसके बारे में हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. एक्सक्लूडिंग इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस, यानी कि इसमें इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस शामिल नहीं होगा. इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंसेस, टैक्स एक्सपेंसेस, equity earnings, and minority earnings. Divided by interest expense, including capitalized interest. Dear students, must keep in mind the formula. What will be the formula for the calculation of time interest earned, recurring earnings, excluding interest expense, tax expense, equity earnings and minority earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest earned. Dear students, देखते हैं इसको कैसे सॉल्व करने से. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल we need to calculate the income. First of all, we will write down here net expenses, computation of earnings before interest and taxes. First of all, we will consider the net sales of the business. Net sale is given in the question 1079143. 1079143 minus cost of sales is given 792,755. ये माइनस हो जाएगा. Bracket shows there that the minus sign. Then we need to subtract the selling and administration expenses that are 2,64,566 minus selling and administration expenses 2,64,566. ब्रैकेट में ये भी लिखेंगे क्योंकि माइनस करना आपने. Result will be the $21822 means 21,822. That will be the earning before interest and taxes. तो ये कैलकुलेट करना हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी था, तो हमने कैलकुलेट कर लिया. तो फार्मूला में हम इसको पुट कर देंगे. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, फार्मूला हमने यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है 21,822. Interest is given there. You can see interest expense is 4,311 net. It means capitalized interest is also included in this amount 4,311. That will be the 5.06 times per year. What shows that if the company pay the interest on long-term debts $1, company has income 5.06 times. Means if company will pay the interest expense $1, after the paying of interest, company remaining balance will be the 4.06. यानी कि $1 आप 5.06 से माइनस कर दें इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस के तौर पे, रिमेनिंग बैलेंस विल बी 4.06. कंपनी इंटरेस्ट कवरेज रेशियो इज़ वेरी गुड क्योंकि 4 टाइम्स ज़्यादा है आपके इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस से. दैट वाज द फर्स्ट रिक्वायरमेंट. नाउ वी विल गो फॉर द next requirement. Next requirement is compute the cash basis time interest earned. Computation of cash basis time interest earned. Computation of cash basis time interest earned is equal to, फार्मूला होगा अर्निंग्स, रेकरिंग अर्निंग्स excluded interest expense, taxes expense, equity earnings and minority earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest. So dear students, it will be included two items. The first item will be the earnings before interest and expenses, that is $21,822. $21,822 plus 40,000 non-cash items. If you remember that already we have discussed about the non-cash items. What is the non-cash item? That is depreciation expense. तो आपको पता है डेप्रिसिएशन एक ऐसा एक्सपेंस है जिसके बदले में कंपनी का कोई कैश आउटफ्लो नहीं होता, तो वो इसमें ऐड हो जाएगा डिवाइडेड बाय इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस. Interest expense already is given 4311. Ratio will be 14.34 times. इस केस में हमने देखा कि कंपनी की रेशियो और इंक्रीज हो गई है क्योंकि हमने डेप्रिसिएशन को वापस ऐड बैक किया इनटू दी अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्सेस में, तो हमारी रेशियो जो है वो स्ट्रेंथन होगी. इट मींस current position of the paying ability of interest on the long-term debt of the company is very strong. If you can compare 14.347, यानी कि अगर आपको $1 का इंटरेस्ट पे करना है तो आपके पास $14 इंटरेस्ट पे करने के लिए मौजूद है, तो $13 आपकी स्ट्रेंथन को शो कर रहे. नेक्स्ट एक्सरसाइज इज वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. पहले क्वेश्चन को आप देखें. कैलकुलेट द टाइम्स इंटरेस्ट अर्न रेशियो ऑफ ए कंपनी हैविंग इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस एंड अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्सेस फॉर द ईयर एंडेड December 31st, 2010 इज $239,000 ये अर्निंग है एंड 34,93,000 रिस्पेक्टिवली. तो ये आपके क्वेश्चन के डेटा गिवन है, तो कैलकुलेट करना है आपने इंटरेस्ट अर्न रेशियो. देखते हैं जी. टाइम इंटरेस्ट अर्न का फार्मूला क्या है? टाइम इंटरेस्ट अर्न is equal to यहां मैंने पास दिया. तो डी स्टूडेंट्स 239,000 is related to the interest expense and 3493,000 is related to the earnings. Now formula will be the same as compared to previous question. Time interest earning is equal to recurring earnings excluded interest expense tax expense equity earnings and minority earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest. Earnings is given 34,93,000. Divided by interest is also given 239,000. Ratio will be the 14.60. Again, interest coverage ratio is very good. If company will pay the liability $1, the company has $14.60 for the payment of interest expense, and it shows the strength of the company to pay the liability of the interest. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन था, फार्मूला आपको याद करना है और क्वेश्चन बहुत सिंपल था. नेक्स्ट एक्सरसाइज इज we need to read out the question. The entire interest earned ratio and earning before interest and taxes of a company were 9.34. ये आपकी टाइम इंटरेस्ट अर्न रेशियो इज गिवन 9.34 and 13,24,000 is your earning during the year ended 30th June 2011. We need to calculate the interest expense for the year ended of the company. इस क्वेश्चन में मुख्तलिफ क्या है कि we need to calculate the interest expense. अब चीज़ गिवन है लेकिन इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस गिवन नहीं है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम फार्मूला लिखेंगे, टाइम्स इंटरेस्ट अर्न. फार्मूला क्या है जी? कैन यू टेल मी? वेरी इजी. रेकरिंग अर्निंग excluding interest expense tax expense, equity earnings, and minority earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest. Dear students, ratio is given. What is the ratio? 9.34. Earnings also given 13,24,400 divided by interest expense including capitalized interest. How we can find out the interest expense? आप बता सकते हैं? बहुत सिंपल है. 3 चीज़ें बेसिकली हमारे पास होनी चाहिए. 2 गिवन है, 1 फाइंड आउट करनी है. तो सिंपल मैं करने लगा, इनको क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करने लगा. ये क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन है. 9.34 इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस की जगह आ जाएगा और वो डिवाइड कर देगा. किसको? 13,24,400 को. दैट विल बी दी इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस. कैलकुलेटर लें और डिवाइड करें. अमाउंट विल बी इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. हाउ मच? इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस इज इक्वल टू $141,800. तो ये आपका इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस है. बहुत सिंपल है. अगर इस तरह की सिचुएशन आ जाए, आप फार्मूला लिखें, जो जो अमाउंट गिवन है वो एड अप करें और क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करें. यू कैन फाइंड आउट दी अमाउंट वेरी इजीली. तो ये भी एक बहुत सिंपल और सादा क्वेश्चन था। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, क्या क्वेश्चन है? क्वेश्चन को आप पहले पढ़ लें, गौर से पढ़ लें, चीज़ों को अंडरलाइन कर लें। क्वेश्चन इज, द शेयरविल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ consolidated income is as follows. Net sales is given $658. Other income is 8 and total income is 666. Minus different cost and expenses. Cost of product sold यानी कि cost of goods sold is 418. Selling journal and administrative expenses are 196. Interest expenses 16. Income before income taxes and extraordinary charges are 36. Income taxes 18 and income before extraordinary charges 18. Extraordinary charges losses on tornado damage is 44. Net income is $40. Note is given there. Please गौर से इस नोट को देखें. Depreciation expense totals $200. Operating lease payment totals 60 and preferred dividends are $50. Assume that 1/3 of operating lease payments is for interest. Already we have discussed in theory. What are the requirements? Simple requirements. Compute the time interest earned and compute the fixed charge coverage. Already we have discussed these two ratios in theory and we can solve it very easily. First of all, we calculate the time interest earned. मेरे साथ रहिए. Computation of time interest earned. Formula will be the same. Recurring earnings excluding interest expense, tax expense, equity earnings, and minority earnings. Dear students, divided by interest expense including capitalized interest we need to calculate the earnings first. How it is? I will calculate first the earnings of the business. Income computation of income before income taxes and extraordinary charges that is $36 plus interest expense is given in question, that is $16, that will be the $52, and that is called adjusted income, $52, and interest expense will be $16. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दोनों चीज़ें हमारे पास आ गई, एडजस्टेड इनकम भी आ गई जो कि हम रेकरिंग अर्निंग्स में लिख देंगे, और इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस हमारे पास 16 आ गया। फार्मूले में आप पुट कर दें, क्या करेंगे, $52 divided by $16, that will be the $3.25 times per year. What shows that? If you want to pay the interest on long-term debts, $1, company has $3.25. At this moment, ratio is also good, no problem, because company ability to pay the interest on long-term debt of the company is good and more than its interest expense. Now, what is the next requirement, dear students? What is the next requirement, dear students? Compute the fixed charge coverage. Formula will be the almost same. What will be the formula? Fixed charge coverage is equal to recurring earnings excluding interest expense, tax expense, equity earnings, and minority earnings plus interest portion of rentals. Already we have discussed this formula in the theory that when we need to calculate the fixed charge coverage, we will have to add up the interest portion of rentals into the recurring earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest plus interest portion of rentals. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आपने देखा what is difference between two formulas, time interest earned ratio and fixed charge coverage, के आपने interest portion of rentals भी ऐड करना है और ऊपर भी आपने ऐड करना है। तो पहले हम अमाउंट कैलकुलेट करेंगे। अमाउंट क्या है हमारे पास, पहले एडजस्टेड इनकम फ्रॉम पार्ट ए, जो कि हमने पहले सॉल्व की है, दैट इज $52 प्लस हम कर देंगे 1/3, जैसे कि क्वेश्चन में गिवन है और थ्योरी में भी गिवन है, ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग lease payments. Lease payment is given 1/3 of $60, that will be the 20, that is called adjusted income including rentals, interest portion $72, and interest expense will be the $16 is given, plus 1/3 of operating lease, that is $20. Total interest will be the $36. Now we need to put the amounts only. Recurring earnings will be the $72 instead of 52, divided by total interest expense will be the $36 instead of $16. जब हम डिवाइड करेंगे तो सिंपल है, रेशो विल बी दी $2:1, यानी कि आपकी इंटरेस्ट पेइंग जो एबिलिटी है वो उसमें $2 आपकी अर्निंग है और आपने जो इंटरेस्ट पे करना वो $1 है. एट दिस मोमेंट interest coverage ratio is also good. Dear students, तो क्वेश्चन हमारा क्या था? First of all, we need to calculate the time interest earned, then we will have to calculate the fixed charge coverage. तो हमने दोनों को कैलकुलेट किया और आपको उम्मीद है कि सिंपल फार्मूला आपको याद करना है और आपको समझ आ जाएगी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, Laura, Bella Company report the following statement of income. Operating revenues is given $4,800. Cost of sales is given $2,000. Selling, general and administrative expenses given $1,500. Income before interest and income taxes is $1,300 minus interest expense $180. Remaining value will be net income before income taxes is $1,120 minus income taxes, that will be $350, and net income will be $770. Dear students, look at one note is given there. What is the note? Depreciation expense totals $300. Already we have discussed about the treatment of the depreciation when we will calculate the time interest earned and fixed coverage ratio. Preferred dividends total $60. Operating lease payments total $180. Assume that 1/3 of the operating lease payments is for interest. What are the requirements? First requirement is compute the times interest earned and compute the fixed charge coverage. Requirements are the same when you compare with the previous question. First of all, we will calculate the time interest earned. मेरे साथ रहिएगा. Keep in touch with me. Computation of time interest earned is equal to, formula will be the same, recurring earnings excluding interest expense, tax expense, equity earnings, and minority earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest first of all we need to calculate the earning before interest and taxes. What is this? Income before income taxes is given in the question. If you can see 1120, we need to add up the interest expense, that is given $180 total कर लें, that is $1,300, that is got adjusted income, and interest expense is given, that is $180. Now we need to just put the amount. Already we have calculated the amount. Recurring earnings will be the $1,300. We need to put here, divided by interest expense, that is 180. Result will be the 5.67 times per year. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, हमने क्या किया? हमने सबसे पहले इंटरेस्ट को इंक्लूड करके अर्निंग्स को फाइंड आउट कर लिया, दैट इज 1300 डिवाइडेड बाय, हमने इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस से डिवाइड कर दिया. दैट शोज दैट द स्ट्रेंथन ऑफ द पेइंग एबिलिटी ऑफ इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस ऑन लॉन्ग टर्म ऑफ द बिजनेस, कि अगर आपने $1 इंटरेस्ट पे करना है तो योर इनकम इज 5.67. दैट इज गुड फॉर द कंपनी. नाउ we will move for the next calculation, that is fixed charge coverage. Computation of fixed charge coverage. These students, formula will be the same except one item will be included. Recurring earnings excluding interest expense, tax expense, equity earnings, and minority earnings plus interest portion of rentals So dear students, what is the change in this formula? सब कुछ सेम है, just we need to add up the interest portion of rentals regarding operational lease. In case of capital lease, we don't need to add anything in this formula. If you are following the basically operational lease, then we need to add up the basically interest portion of operation lease divided by interest expense including capitalized interest plus interest portion of rental. First of all, we need to calculate the amounts. We will write down here. First of all, income before income taxes is given $1120 plus we need to add up the interest, that is $180, that is called adjusted income, that will be $1300 plus 1/3 of operating these payment. It means 1/3 of $180 is given, that will be 60. Total recurring earnings will be the 1360. यहाँ मैंने पास लिए. Again, I will repeat it. Total earnings will be the 1360. Now we need to calculate the interest expense. Normal interest expense is given $180. Add up 1/3 of operating lease payments, means $180 का आप 1/3 ले लें, that will be 60. Add up हो जाएगा, that will be 240 will be the interest. Just now we need to put the amounts. What will be the recurring earnings? That will be 1360, dear students, divided by 240. तो आप बड़ी आसानी से रेशो कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. वो कैसे? कैलकुलेटर लें, डिवाइड करें. फाइव रेशो समथिंग, यानी कि मिनिमम 5 रेशो आपकी शो हो रही है. व्हाट शोज दैट कि कंपनी ने अगर $1 इंटरेस्ट ऑन लॉन्ग टर्म डेट पे करना है तो कंपनी की जो कैपेसिटी है वो $5 है. दैट इज गुड अगेन फॉर द बिजनेस. वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. नाउ वी विल गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the question? We need to read out the question in detail. ABC Bank reported the following comparative income figures in 2010. It means 2009 and 2010 figures are given. Net sales are given for 2 years. Other income is given for 2 years. Costs and expenses are also given. Cost of goods sold, selling, journal expenses are given, and interest is given. Income before income taxes and extraordinary items is given. Then income tax is subtracted from the income, and income before extraordinary items will be the 20 for the year 2010 and 38 for year 2009. Then we are basically adding here extraordinary items, losses from fire 18 in 2009, ये हम माइनस कर देंगे. 2010 में extraordinary items या losses given नहीं है. That is called net income 20 for the year 2010 and 20 will be the for year 2009. Dear students, कोई स्टेटमेंट लिखिए वो भी पढ़ लें. Boss of the company, the president of ABC Bank, is concerned about ABC borrowing capacity. उसका जो कंसर्न है ज़्यादा वो borrowing capacity के ऊपर है. A representative of ABC feels that there should be no problem since net income are the same with slightly higher sales. What is the requirement? Requirement is compute time interest earned and comment on the बैंक पोजीशन. टाइम इंटरेस्ट अर्न भी फाइंड आउट करना है और बैंक की पोजीशन को भी डिस्कस करना है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल कैलकुलेट दी टाइम इंटरेस्ट अर्न. मेरे साथ रहिए. कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ टाइम इंटरेस्ट अर्न is equal to, formula will be the same, recurring earnings excluding interest expense tax expense equity earnings and minority earnings divided by interest expense including capitalized interest Now students, we need to calculate the amounts for 2 years, 2010 and 2009. Keep in touch with me. Year 2010, 2009. First of all, we will calculate the income before income taxes and extra ordinary items that is given in the question. 35 for 2010 and 68 for 2009. Plus we need to add the interest expense. Interest expense is given for year 2010 and for year 2009. That is 28 and 22. Add up कर लें. That will be 63 for year 2003. And that will be $90 for year 2009. That is called adjusted income. B will be the interest expense. That is $28 for year 2010 and $22 for year 2009. Now we need to put amounts 2 times. We need to formulate the formula of 2 times because we will have to calculate the time interest earned for year 2010 and 2009 separately. First of all, I will calculate for the year 2010. Total earnings will be the $63 divided by $28 and ratio will be the $2.25 times. If you want to pay the interest on long-term debt, you have $2.25 against the $1 interest expense. Now we will calculate the time interest earned ratio for year 2009. 2009 income is given $90, यहाँ पे लिख लेते हैं हम, divided by interest expense is given $22, that will be 4.09 times. Dear students, आपने देखा, if you can compare 2009 year to 2010 years, you can see the interest cover ratio was good in 2009, but in 2010 इसमें डिक्रीज हुआ. दिस इज नॉट गुड फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तो कंपनी को इसके बारे में गौर करना पड़ेगा कि कौन सी रीजंस हैं, कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं जिनकी वजह से हमारी इंटरेस्ट कवरेज रेशियो रिड्यूस हो गई. तो दैट वाज द क्वेश्चन. अनदर क्वेश्चन, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ वी विल डिस्कस द वेरियस more ratios. First of all, we will discuss the debt ratio. Debt ratio means total liabilities divided by total assets. Means कि आपके assets में कितना portion debt से finance करवाया गया है. Shows that the indicates the percentage of assets financed by the outsiders or by the debts. That is called debt ratio. Very simple. Formula will be the total liabilities divided by total assets. फार्मूला प्रैक्टिस के साथ याद होगा, तो आप प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो आपको भूलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. When we will compare the debt ratio, we need to compare with the industry competitors and averages. Variation in application when we will deal with the short-term liabilities. What kind of variations we need to follow? Discuss some variations in a case of short-term liabilities, not part of long-term source of funds, excluded, part of the total source of funds included, liabilities that do not necessarily represent a commitment to pay out funds in the future. Debt ratio and certain liabilities, we need to discuss the reserves. Basically, reserves match an expense but is not a liability. Reserve means कि some portion of the profit अगर आप अपने पास रख लेते हैं for the future purposes, that is called reserve. That is not part of the liability, but we will add the reserve in the side of liability of the balance sheet. Reserve हम लिखेंगे liability side पे, but this is not a liability. Infrequently used in US generally accepted accounting principles statements. ये जो रिजर्व्स हैं वो ये कह रहे हैं कि जब आप यूएसए की कंपनीज के विजिट करें और उनको स्टडी करें तो वहाँ पे आपको मैक्सिमम कंपनीज आपको रिजर्व यूज करते हुए नजर आएंगी. इंक्लूड इन रेशो फॉर कंजर्वेटिव एप्लीकेशन. बेसिकली ये जो डिफरेंट अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स हैं ये वेरी करते हैं कंट्री टू कंट्री एंड कंपनी टू कंपनी. दैट्स व्हाई वी विल इंक्लूड द रिजर्व इन आवर रेशियो एनालिसिस. Deferred income taxes means difference between income tax expense and income taxes payables. इन दोनों में डिफरेंस होता है बिकॉज फॉर दी रिपोर्टिंग पर्पजेस हम इनकम टैक्स एक्सपेंस कैलकुलेट करते हैं और इनकम स्टेटमेंट में ऐड कर देते हैं, लेकिन टैक्स पेएबल डिफरेंट होता है बिकॉज कि टैक्स ट्रीटमेंट के लिए हम इनकम टैक्स के फार्मूला कुछ और यूज़ करते हैं और अपनी रिपोर्टिंग पर्पजेस के लिए हम कुछ और यूज़ करते हैं. तो लिहाजा उन दोनों में जो डिफरेंस आएगा दैट विल बी डेफर्ड टैक्सेस. मीन्स कि कुछ आपके टैक्सेस ऐसे हैं जो आप फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ रिपोर्टिंग आप उनको डेफर्ड कर देते हैं फॉर सम पीरियड, तो लिहाजा वो डेफर्ड टैक्सेस आपके कहलाएंगे। कॉमन प्लेस इन यूएस जनरली एक्सेप्टेड अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल स्टेटमेंट्स recognized as a liability by generally accepted accounting principle include in ratio। क्या मतलब कि deferred taxes will be included as a liability and we will use the deferred taxes in the calculation of various ratios। Now we will discuss further about the debt ratio and certain liabilities। माइनॉरिटी शेयर होल्डर्स क्या है, उनका इंटरेस्ट क्या है। प्रपोर्शन ऑफ ए consolidated entity that is not owned by the controlling parent company, not a liability, included in ratio for conservative application। कंजर्वेटिव एप्लीकेशन वहां पे आएगी जहां पे आपके डिफरेंट कंट्रीज में डिफरेंट सिस्टम यूज हो रहे होंगे, देन वी विल follow the conservative application format। Redeemable preferred stock। Redeemable preferred stock means at the time of maturity कंपनी जब अपने स्टॉक्स वापस ले ले और आप मेच्योरिटी के टाइम पे उनका पैसा वापस कर दें जो इन्वेस्टमेंट उन्होंने की थी, दैट इज कॉल्ड redeemable preferred stocks। Redeemable preferred stocks will be excluded from ratio does not present a normal debt relationship। और ये जो प्रेफर्ड स्टॉक है ये नॉर्मल डेट रिलेशनशिप को शो नहीं करता। इंक्लूडेड इन रेशो फॉर कंजर्वेटिव एप्लीकेशन, ये भी हम रेशो में इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं रेशो को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए। तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नेक्स्ट रेशो इज डेट इक्विटी रेशो। डेट इक्विटी रेशो फार्मूला इज टोटल लायबिलिटीज divided by shareholders equity। Total liability means short term and long term liabilities। Keep in mind this thing कि total liabilities is equal to short term plus long term liabilities। Helps determine how well creditors are protected in case of insolvency। What shows that this ratio कि इन केस ऑफ इंसॉल्वेंसी, जब बिजनेस आप लिक्विडेट करना चाहते हैं, इंसॉल्वेंट हो गया बिजनेस, तो कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करेगी ये वाली रेशो टू दी क्रेडिटर्स। अगर हमने कंपैरिजन करना है, वी नीड टू कंपेयर द रेशियोज विद द इंडस्ट्री कवरेज रेशियो, यानी कि एक बेंचमार्क सेट किया गया है उसके साथ हम कंपेयर करेंगे। Debt to tangible net worth ratio, what does mean? Formula will be for the calculation of debt to tangible net worth ratio, total liabilities divided by shareholder equity minus intangible assets। Already we have discussed about intangible assets। What are the intangible assets? Goodwill, copyright, patent, formulas, etc. We need to exclude from the shareholders equity। Determines the entity long-term debt payment ability of the business। Indicates how well creditors are protected in case of the firm insolvency। More conservative than debt ratio or debt to equity ratio due to exclusion of intangibles assets। Other long-term debt versus long-term paying ability ratios, we need to discuss the various long-term debt paying ratios। What are the ratios? Current debt to net worth ratio, the relationship between current liabilities and funds contributed by the shareholders। Total capitalized ratio shows that the comparison long-term debt to total capitalization Total capitalization included long-term debt, preferred stocks, and common stock holders' equity. Fixed assets to equity ratio shows the relationship between extent to which shareholders have provided funds in relation to fixed assets. Dear students, we need to discuss the long-term assets versus long-term debts. Consider the asset of the firm when determining the long-term debt-paying ability of the business. Ability for analysis is limited in case of long-term versus to long-term debts. Financial statements do not disclose market or liquidation value of the assets of the business. Certain assets may have market value significantly greater than carrying value. Certain assets may have earnings potential in the future of the business. Long-term leasing. Capital lease, you know very well about the capital lease. Asset and liability are reported on the balance sheet. Already I have told you there are two types of lease, capital lease and operational lease. In case of capital lease, we need to add up the capital assets on the balance sheet. And operating lease reported as expense on the income statement. It means operating lease is related to the income statement of the business. Supplement analysis using future payments. Already I have told you 1/3 of the rental will be included as interest, and we will include the interest portion of rentals in the calculation of time interest earned ratio. 2/3 of the operation lease can be added to the fixed assets and long-term liabilities for the debt ratio analysis. इनके 2/3 जो है फिक्स एसेट में हम ले सकते हैं फॉर द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ रेशियोज. पेंशन प्लान्स. बेसिकली डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस अपने एम्प्लॉयज के लिए डिफरेंट पेंशन प्लान अनाउंस करती हैं. एम्प्लॉयज रिटायरमेंट इनकम सिक्योरिटी एक्ट. Basically, this act is generated by the USA, not in Pakistan. It includes provision requiring minimum funding of plans. क्या मतलब कि जब एम्प्लॉयज रिटायर होंगे तो हमें मिनिमम फंडिंग अरेंजमेंट करना और एम्प्लॉयज को पेंशन देनी है. मिनिमम राइट्स टू एम्प्लॉयज अपॉन टर्मिनेशन ऑफ देयर एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड क्रिएशन ऑफ द पेंशन बेनिफिट गारंटी कॉर्पोरेशन. कंट्रीब्यूशन प्लान क्या है? कंट्रीब्यूशन टू द प्लान आर स्पेसिफाइड. Employees bears no risk for future growth of plan. No compliance expenses are liability issues. यानी कि in case of company liability, according to the contribution plan, employees are not responsible for any type of liability. 401k is a type of defined contribution plan. What are the trend analysis in case of contribution plan? Compare 3 years of pension expense in relationship to operating revenue and income before income taxes. Benefit plan क्या है? In case of benefit plans, define the benefits to be received. Employer must fund sufficiently to achieve benefits. Note, actual assumptions inherent in the plan, interest rates, discount rates is given, employee turnover ज़्यादा हो सकता है, mortality rates, compensation should be given to the employees and pension benefits. बेनिफिट प्लान को हम फर्दर डिस्कस करते हैं. इसको भी हम 3 years की प्रीवियस जो डेटा होगा उससे कंपेयर करेंगे. पेंशन एक्सपेंस इन रिलेशनशिप टू ऑपरेटिंग रेवेन्यू एंड इनकम बिफोर इनकम टैक्सेस. कंपेयर benefit obligations to plan assets, underfunded a potential liability, overfunded potential opportunities to reduce future pension expense and or reduce related costs. We need to discuss further about the benefit plan. Consider employer pension related assumptions and the effect that changes in the assumptions will have on recognized and off balance sheet pension accounts. Interest rate we will discuss in this. Rate of compensation increase, expected return on plan assets. What are the post-retirement benefits other than pension? Prior to 1993, accrual was not required. Transition cost may be included, amortized over 20 years, or expensed in the year of adopting the new recognized practice. Analysis is similar to define benefit pension. No rate of compensation increase in this case. Dear students, we solve various practical problems today and we have discussed various ratios like balance sheet considerations when determining long-term debt ability, debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, debt to tangible net worth ratio, and we have discussed other long-term debt paying ability ratios, special items that influence our firm long-term debt paying ability, long-term assets versus long-term debt, long-term leasing, pension plans. We have discussed post-retirement benefits other than pension. उम्मीद है कि आपका आज का जो लेक्चर है वो आपने अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया होगा. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग था क्योंकि रेशियोज थी, हमने बहुत सारे रेशियोज कैलकुलेट की, उसके मीनिंग भी समझे. तो उम्मीद है कि आप इसकी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो आपको इसके ऊपर अबूर हो जाएगा. तो कंसंट्रेट ऑन योर स्टडी, कंसंट्रेट ऑन योर सेल्फ. थैंक यू वेरी मच. बहुत सारा अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. टेक केयर. अल्लाह हाफिज़.